Let's go back to the code and play a little more with this so you get a sense of what you can do. So let's say that we have these lines. I think what we're going to do, why don't we create staff names, an empty list. And for each line in F, we're going to add staff names that append. We're going to add the line stripped. Choose my changes. We're going to add the line stripped of any new line characters to our staff names list. And now if I go and print out staff names, Python 3 main.py, we get our list of Deontay, Dindu, Braden, Jonathan. Cool. Now, let's say that we want to print out there are the number of staff in the course. We know how to use the length function. Staff members on CSCI100 course staff. And so again, as expected, if we run this code, we see there are 4 staff members on CSCI100 course staff. But maybe you don't want these things being printed to terminal. You want this processing to happen and be printed out to a new file so that it persists. In that case, we can open a new file, staff, with open, let's see, I don't know, let's call it staff output.txt. W has F. And then inside of this block, we can do file equals F. File equals F. When we run this code, we see a new file appears on the left called staff.txt. A new file called staff output.txt. So we can see here on the left. And we look inside this file and we see the list of TAs, which was the first thing we printed, and this string, there are 4 staff members. Again, this is very handy because if I close this tab and I open it again, the file will still be there. The output in the terminal gets thrown away. It's kind of a temporary place to provide input or see output. But the file stays on the left. I'm going to show you one more handy thing that you can do, which is there is a way for you to split up lines. So store multiple pieces of information per line. In fact, let's say that we wanted to replicate something that I have on my course website, which is the staff page. Well, we have the name of each person, and then we have their email. So why don't I just start with this? Each line will be each TA's name and email. Oops, I pasted these in the wrong spot. So there you go. Deontay, Dindu, Braden, and Jonathan. So we have the name of each staff member and then their email. Now, in my main.py, I could read in each line. And here I have the staff names that I'm appending, staff emails. But you might be wondering, I only have a way to get a full line. So I can do line, I can get rid of the new line character. We know how to do that. But if I print this out, if I see what I actually get here, I get on each line Deontay and then space and then Deontay.Smith, so on and so forth. So for line in F, print line.strip. It'd be nice if I could somehow separate out the name and the email. It's true, you might be thinking you could put them in different files. Yes, I could do that. But if I did that, then it would be a little annoying. I'd have to keep them in sync. I'd rather keep them in one file. So I'm going to teach you a new function for string processing that you can use, which is called split. and you can use string.split to the name of a string. In this case, the name of our string variable is line, and you can give it a character to split on, so space. So line.split space will take any given string, so it'll take that given string and it'll return a list of tokens that are separated by that character. So in this case, when we look at our file, our staff.txt, we have this, and then we see a space. And so our string will get split at this point, everything before that space and everything after this space. If we had multiple spaces, that means we'd have more than 2 tokens. So maybe I'd have their year as well. So the email and their year. Sophomore, Dindu is a junior, Braden is a senior, and Jonathan is a sophomore. So now we have name space, then email space, and then year. So by using the split function, we can take their information, take each line and split it on the spaces and create a list of tokens, which are the things that are separated by those spaces. And so I'll call this TA info as a list. And now if I print TA info, we can see what that TA info looks like for each line. So if I run my code, we can see we have Deontay Smith, and sophomore. We have this pesky new line character at the end because I got rid of the line.strip. So I think we can do that first. We can do line.strip, which returns a new line, the same line without the new line character, and then we call the split function on that string without the new line character. So if we run this again, we get Deontay Smith, email, and sophomore. So now this is really handy. We can have a list of staff infos. Starts off empty. We'll just do staff infos.append TA info. And now we can go through and for each info in staff infos, so iterating over the staff infos list, we can print that info out. So print, so their name would be info0 is a info2, which is their year, and you can reach them at info1. I forgot my comment here. So if I run this code, we'll see this nice message. Deontay is a sophomore. You can reach them at Deontay Smith. Dindu is a junior. You can reach them at Chindu Alam, so on and so forth. This is actually exactly how I generate my website here, if you've ever wondered. I have a file that has the TA's name, their email, and their description here, and also the name of their photo file. And I wrote code that just goes and reads that file and takes each line and displays it out on my website. So I do the exact same thing for my website. That'll be it for today. Next class, we are either next class or the class after, we're going to learn about image input and output, which will set you up well to do your Instagram filter lab. See you in class. Bye.